Welcome to the Real English Learning Podcast, where real conversations help you build real English. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Maya, and today we are talking about something that every single person in the world has experience with: friendship.
Which sounds like a simple topic, but the more you think about it, friendship is actually quite deep. What does it really mean to have a good friend? What makes someone a real friend and not just someone you know?
And why is it sometimes so easy to make friends when we are young and so much harder when we are adults?
That question is already making me think.
Good, that is the plan.
Today, we are going to talk about friendship the way people actually talk about it, with real stories, real feelings, and real language you can use.
And this topic is especially close to many of our listeners because a lot of you are living in a new place, maybe a new country, and you are trying to build new friendships in English, which is its own challenge.
So today's episode is for you. The vocabulary, the phrases, the ideas, all of it is practical and usable.
And this is B1 level English, so the language is natural and clear. You do not need to understand every single word. Just listen, enjoy the conversation, and let the language come to you.
We also have a word tour at the end. 8 useful friendship words from today explained slowly and clearly. So stay with us for that.
And if your English feels a little difficult right now, please be kind to yourself. You are here. You are listening. And that already means something.
Okay, Maya, I want to start with the most important question. What is the difference between a friend and a real friend?
Oh, now that is a question worth thinking about. Okay, I think a friend is someone you enjoy spending time with. You have fun together. You talk. It feels easy and nice.
But a real friend is something more?
Yes, a real friend is someone who shows up when things are hard. Not just for the good moments, for the difficult ones too. When you are stressed, when you made a mistake, when you are not your best self. A real friend stays.
I like that. A real friend stays. Because I think a lot of friendships are quite comfortable when life is easy. But you find out who your real friends are when something goes wrong.
I had a situation a few years ago. Nothing very serious, but I was going through a difficult period. And I noticed very quickly which friends called me, which friends checked in, and which friends just disappeared.
That is such a common and such a painful discovery. Because you had been treating all of them as friends. And then suddenly you can see the difference very clearly.
Yes, it does not feel good in the moment, but actually, it is useful information. It helps you understand where to put your energy and your trust.
And trust is really at the center of it, isn't it? A real friend is someone you trust, someone you can be honest with, someone you do not have to perform for.
Yes, with a real friend, you do not have to pretend. You can have a bad day and say, I am having a bad day. And they will not judge you or disappear. They will just be there.
I have a friend I have known since school. We do not talk every day. Sometimes we do not talk for weeks. But when we do speak, it is like no time has passed at all. It just picks up.
That is such a special thing. When a friendship does not need constant contact to stay warm.
Right, because some friendships need a lot of attention to survive, and those can be good too. But a really strong friendship can handle distance and silence and still feel close.
Do you think that kind of friendship is rare?
Honestly, yes. I think most people have maybe 1 or 2 friendships like that in their whole life, and those are the ones to hold on to.
completely agree. And I think part of growing up is understanding that. When you are young, you think you need many, many friends. But later you realize you just need a few real ones.
Quality over quantity.
The most important life lesson. And it applies to friendships completely.
Let's talk about something I know a lot of our listeners think about: making new friends as an adult. Because it is genuinely harder than when you were young. Why is that?
I think when you are a child, the conditions for friendship are almost perfect. You are put in a room with the same group of people every single day. You share experiences, you have lots of free, unstructured time together, and children are not afraid to just say hello.
A child can walk up to a complete stranger and say, "Do you want to be my friend?" And it works. You cannot do that at 30.
You would clear the room.
Completely empty. Everyone would leave very quickly.
But as adults, we lose those natural conditions. We see different people every day, we are busy, we are tired, and we have this extra layer of, what if they do not like me? What if it is awkward?
The fear of rejection gets bigger as we get older. As a child, if someone does not want to play with you, you are sad for 10 minutes, and then you find someone else. As an adult, the idea of being rejected feels much more serious.
So people stop trying. They wait for friendship to come to them instead of moving towards it. And then they feel lonely, but they do not know why, because they technically see people every day.
And for people learning English in a new country, it is even harder. Because you are already doing the hard work of communicating in a second language. And now you also have to be vulnerable enough to try to make a friend in that language.
That takes real courage. Every conversation is an extra effort. And the fear is not just, will they like me? It is also, will they understand me? Will my English be good enough?
And the answer is yes, it will be good enough. Because friendship does not need perfect language. It needs genuine warmth. It needs showing up. It needs trying.
And actually, I think people who are learning English and still try to connect, still try to have real conversations, that is impressive. Not embarrassing, impressive.
Completely. It shows something about who you are. You were brave enough to try.
So, what actually helps? When you're trying to make new friends as an adult, what works?
Shared activity is the most reliable thing. Not going somewhere once and hoping something happens. Committing to something regular. A class, a sports team, a book club, a volunteering group. You see the same people week after week, and slowly something builds. Because friendship needs repetition. You cannot become close with someone after one meeting. You need many small moments together. And regular activities give you those moments without you having to create them artificially. And shared suffering helps too. If you and someone else both had a terrible time at the same exercise class, you were already bonded.
Nothing creates friendship faster than both of you surviving the same difficult experience together.
Exactly. Shared difficulty is a shortcut to closeness.
And I think the most important thing is to be the kind of friend you want to have. Be the person who reaches out first. Be the one who asks, "How are you really?" Be reliable. Show up when you say you will.
Because people remember that. In a world where everyone is busy and distracted, someone who actually shows up is rare. And rare things are valued.
I want to talk about something that I think does not get discussed enough. When friendships change. Because not all friendships last forever. And that is normal. But it can feel very confusing and sad when it happens.
Yes, because nobody talks about the end of a friendship the way they talk about the end of a romantic relationship. But it can hurt just as much, sometimes more.
I had a friendship that slowly faded a few years ago. We had been close for a long time, but our lives went in different directions. Different cities, different schedules, different priorities. And slowly the contact just got less and less.
And was there a moment when you knew, or did it just quietly disappear?
It quietly disappeared, which is actually harder in some ways because there is no clear ending. You cannot point to a moment and say, that is when it stopped. It just faded. Like a song getting quieter until you realize you cannot hear it anymore.
That image is very honest. And I think a lot of people have experienced exactly that. Friendships that did not end with a fight or a big moment, just with silence that grew longer and longer.
And I think it is important to give yourself permission to feel sad about that, even if nobody can quite explain why it ended. The loss is still real.
And also, it is okay to let some friendships change. People grow, priorities change. What you needed at 22 is not always what you need at 35. And that is not a failure.
The friendships that are meant to stay, stay. Maybe in a different form. Less frequent contact, but still warm when you connect.
And sometimes distance actually shows you how strong a friendship is. The ones that survive distance and time and change, those are the ones that were real all along.
What about when a friendship ends because of a problem? A disagreement or something someone said or did?
I think the first question is this friendship worth repairing? Because some disagreements are just disagreements. And if the friendship is real and valuable, it is worth having the difficult conversation.
Yes. A real friend is someone you can have a difficult conversation with and still be okay on the other side. Not every friendship can do that, but the good ones can.
And sometimes you realize, after the disagreement, that the friendship was not what you thought it was. And that is also okay. Painful, but okay.
Because you learn something about the other person, about yourself, about what you actually need from a friendship.
And you carry that knowledge into the next friendship, which makes you a better friend.
Friendship teaches us how to be a friend. Every single one. The long ones, the short ones, the difficult ones, the easy ones, teaches us something.
Very wise, Maya. Shall we go to the word tour?
Let's. I am feeling very reflective and also very grateful for my friends right now.
Same. Now, welcome to the word tour. 8 useful friendship words and phrases from today's conversation explained clearly and slowly with 2 real examples each.
These words will help you talk about friendship, people, and relationships more naturally in everyday English.
First word, loyal. If someone is loyal, they support you and stay with you, especially when things are difficult. They do not leave when life gets hard. Example 1. She was one of the most loyal friends I ever had. She was always there, no matter what was happening in her own life. Example 2. A loyal friend does not talk badly about you when you are not in the room. Repeat. Loyal.
Next, trust. To trust someone means to believe they are honest, reliable, and will not hurt you. Trust is the foundation of every real friendship. Example 1. It took a long time to build trust in that friendship, but once it was there, everything felt easy. Example 2.
When someone breaks your trust, it is very hard to feel close to them again. Repeat. Trust. Trust.
Next, acquaintance. An acquaintance is someone you know, but not closely. Not a real friend. Someone you have met and spoken to, but the relationship is not deep. Example 1. I have many acquaintances at work, people I chat with, but only 1 or 2 real friends. Example 2. She was a friendly acquaintance. We always said hello, but we never really knew each other. Repeat. Acquaintance. Acquaintance.
Next, reliable. If someone is reliable, you can always count on them. They do what they say they will do. They show up when they promise to show up. Example 1. The best thing about him as a friend was that he was completely reliable. If he said he would be there, he was there. Example 2. Being reliable is one of the simplest and most powerful things you can do in any relationship. Repeat. Reliable. Reliable.
First word, loyal. If someone is loyal, they support you and stay with you, especially when things are difficult. They do not leave when life gets hard.
Example 1. She was one of the most loyal friends I ever had. She was always there, no matter what was happening in her own life.
Example 2. A loyal friend does not talk badly about you when you are not in the room. Repeat. Loyal. Loyal.
Next, trust. To trust someone means to believe they are honest, reliable, and will not hurt you. Trust is the foundation of every real friendship.
Example 1. It took a long time to build trust in that friendship, but once it was there, everything felt easy.
Example 2. When someone breaks your trust, it is very hard to feel close to them again. Repeat. Trust. Trust.
Next, acquaintance. An acquaintance is someone you know, but not closely. Not a real friend. Someone you have met and spoken to, but the relationship is not deep.
Example 1. I have many acquaintances at work, people I chat with, but only 1 or 2 real friends.
Example 2. She was a friendly acquaintance. We always said hello, but we never really knew each other. Repeat. Acquaintance. Acquaintance.
Next, reliable. If someone is reliable, you can always count on them. They do what they say they will do. They show up when they promise to show up.
Example 1. The best thing about him as a friend was that he was completely reliable. If he said he would be there, he was there.
Example 2. Being reliable is one of the simplest and most powerful things you can do in any relationship. Repeat. Reliable. Reliable.
Next, drift apart. To drift apart means to slowly become less close to someone over time. Not because of a fight, just because life takes you in different directions.
Example 1. After university, many of us drifted apart. Different cities, different lives. But the memories stayed warm.
Example 2. It is natural to drift apart from some friends as you grow and change. It does not mean the friendship was not real. Repeat. Drift apart. Drift apart.
Next, reach out. To reach out means to contact someone, especially to start a conversation or offer support. It means taking the first step.
Example 1. I had not spoken to her in months, but I decided to reach out and check how she was doing.
Example 2. Sometimes the most important thing you can do for a friendship is simply reach out. A short message can mean a great deal. Repeat. Reach out. Reach out.
Next, bond.
A bond is a strong connection between people, something that holds them together. As a verb, to bond means to form that connection.
Example 1. They bonded quickly over their shared love of cooking and became close friends within weeks.
Example 2. The bond between them was built slowly over years through many small, honest moments. Repeat. Bond. Bond.
And our final word, cherish. To cherish something means to hold it close and value it deeply, to protect it because it matters very much to you.
Example 1. She cherished that friendship more than she ever said out loud.
Example 2. Cherish the people who show up for you, genuinely and without being asked. They are rare. Repeat. Cherish. Cherish.
Your 8 words. Loyal, trust, acquaintance, reliable, drift apart, reach out, bond, cherish.
These are not just English words. They are the language of real human connection. Use them and you will sound natural, warm, and confident.
And that is our episode. Friendship. Something so ordinary and so important at the same time.
Today's big idea. A real friend is not someone who is there for the easy moments. A real friend is someone who stays, who shows up, who you can trust with the real version of yourself.
And for anyone building new friendships right now, in a new city, a new country, a new language, please do not give up. Good friendships take time, but they are worth every small, brave step.
Our comment question for today. Tell us about one friendship that means a lot to you. What makes that person a real friend? We would love to hear your stories.
We read every comment, and your answers always make our day.
If today's episode gave you something, please give it a like and share it with a friend. That simple act means so much to us.
Subscribe to the Real English Learning Podcast for a new friendly conversation. Free, honest, and always made with real care.
Take care of your English and take care of your friendships. This is Maya.
And this is Ryan. We will see you in the next podcast. Bye.